Hi, Scorpio rising. I knew you would make it. Welcome to your love reading. Let's just get in there. I'm going to do two different charts, okay? Because both the full moon in the end of March on the 31st and the new moon in April of 15th tells a very specific story. And yours is the first one I'm doing where I'm feeling very positive about it, which is good. I think you're making some headway. I feel it. So we'll see what the cards say. So what you are looking at here you know what? No, I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to keep it. Okay, so that big triangle, the big red triangle that you're looking at there, we have the sun in Aries. So a full moon is completions, right? So you're wrapping something up. It's ending a cycle and beginning a new one. Now, this is an extremely tense full moon. But for you, especially in love, I think it's tense in a good way. That's just my sense. I was laying it out and I'm like, oh, this is going to be good for you guys. Because the sun is in Aries. And Aries for the Scorpio risings is in your 6th house of day-to-day living. So it just doesn't feel as tense on this axis. It just doesn't. So your counterpart Taurus would be another one where it would probably feel more positive. So what a full moon is, obviously, is, like I just said, ushering in new energies. But what is really going on here is the sun in Aries, which is very active, very fiery. It's aggressive in day-to-day living. It almost implies like exercise, or you're getting your shit together, in your body. When it comes to love, this is when we wake up one day and go like, I am a disgusting slob. Like, what is my problem? I need to work out and clean it up. And you do it. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. That's my sense, and we'll see. This can also be, it's drive in your everyday life. And so it's shining over here in Libra, where the moon is, which always has to do with relating. And so it's one of the reasons that you guys struggle a lot of the time in relationships or come off as so intense, because it's in your 12th house. Because for you guys, for love, you want to merge, and I mean merge with someone. Like, love is not love and is not complete until we two are one and have that level of intensity. So we have the moon over here and the sun in your 6th house in everyday life. The 12th house is a very hidden house. It's a subconscious house, things we don't even realize we're doing, which is what y'all have been dealing with in day-to-day life. So I'm feeling like all of the communication stuff that you've been going through, like, I'm super excited. I'm all amped up, and that usually means it's a good thing. The sun is illuminating subconscious things in relationship for you. And while not the funnest, this is that thing on a mundane level. Like, let's just pick a boring example of how this could play out. You're in your day-to-day life, and let's say you're late for work and you rush in and shit, I slept through my alarm or whatever, you're in a hurry. And you're running in, and people are like, oh, hiya, Scorpio, how you doing, or whatever. And you're like, oh, good, and you rush past them. You say hello. And in your mind, that's all there is to it. And that person comes to you later and is like, you really hurt my feelings with the way you came off and rushed past me, and I don't know why you're mad at me and whatever. And you're like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. It's like that. So it's uncomfortable because that wasn't your intention. And then you go back and think about it and go, oh, shit, I didn't look at that person. I see where they're coming from. But initially, when they tell you that, you're like, bitch, I was not being mean to you. Like, get over yourself. Like that. Except it's about relationship and you. Libra is the other. Aries is you. And this is playing out, Aries, you, in day-to-day life, relating on a subconscious level, or things being illuminated on how it is you emotionally affect people or are emotionally affected by people on a subconscious level. Usually, 12th house, it certainly can apply to, an established partnership as well. Same vibe. There's your partner telling you some stuff and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it can make you upset, a little bit angry, right? That's why it's an opposition. It's a little tense. Now, both of these things, wait a minute. I just went over this. I swear to God, one of these days, I am going to get it together. Oh, you know why? Because there we go. We don't really need that guy. Sorry, if I don't correct it now, I'll forget and you won't be looking at the same thing. There we go. Yes. Okay. So the sun, if you look over there, is there. I'm almost all the way better. The sun is conjunct that purple guy. That purple guy is Mercury in retrograde. So the sun illuminating something through a conversation of some sort. This could be a letter, it could be spoken word, it could be internet, it could be an actual, person ruled by that. Well, it should be relating to at least one person. It would be really weird if that was not the case. All right, and then the tension continues over here in your third house of communication, and that's where it's going to be, you guys. And the way to handle this energy is to sit back and listen. It's really that simple. The best communication starts with listening, and I feel like you guys are getting it. But that does not take away the sting of hearing from someone else, especially a romantic prospect or someone that you are interested in. Hey, you made me feel like shit the other day. You're like, what? This is either anger or drive. Now, I'm hoping you'll be my very first one where it's dirty talk, because that would be amazing. That would be a good way, a positive way for Mars and Capricorn in your third house to play out. Intense dirty talk. But he's in together there with Saturn, so there's some sort of restriction. There's a restriction of some sort along with the anger. And it is squaring both the sun and the moon. So this is a time when tensions in life accumulate and you have to make some decisions. So I just pulled on Pluto. He's not aspecting anybody. He is in Capricorn in your third house of communication. So you're transforming somehow in relationship through it. I always pull the ruler of the person. You are ruled by Pluto. And then, this is the good stuff right here. Venus is ingress, meaning she has just moved into Taurus. So by the time this is applicable, which would be about a week before the full moon. For me, it's to the new moon. People say from full moon to full moon, and I do not find that to be true in my practice. I just don't. There's cycles. It's, some of them last a lot longer. It depends. But I'm telling you, in this one, It is a definite story. It's a story of tense conversation, tense coming together of energies that with the full moon, a couple of weeks later, we get into the new moon. It's extremely positive. It's like there's this blowout and then a repair and a new start with the new moon. And it's come to pass in the last 3 I've done. And I'm not a bullshitter, seriously. Like if the cards totally disagree with what I'm saying, I will say it. I'm not all ego invested. I don't care. I just want to help people and help you guys navigate your own energies, you know? I'm fine with being wrong. A lot of the times I'm happy to be wrong if I am. Like, good. That's better than I thought. All right. So in there, what you're looking at, that Venus, okay, so next to the sun, everybody can pick out the sun. They're in Aries, that little red guy, is together with Mercury there in retrograde. So this feels like a conversation that's already been had, but is being revisited. Intense flow with the sun and moon. But we've got, like I said, I always pull on Venus. And if she's conjunct somebody, we pull on them too, because now they're together. She's together, even though she's in Taurus. Uranus is in Aries. It's very close. They're 2 degrees apart. So there's some sort of sudden, unexpected development in your relationship house. And like I said, this is the first one I'm feeling positive about. So I hope I'm right, because you guys haven't been getting it stuck to yet. And then lastly, in North Node, because you see that blue line from the Sun Mercury conjunction. So this means you're being helped by karma, by fate. This is fated stuff. And I like it. Okay? Sun in your 6th house. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Yay! Your hard work's paying off. That's big love, baby. Big love. Probably through work. Probably. Doesn't have to be. With that Mercury retrograde, this can be a past lover, or it could be new love. It doesn't really say. With 2 of Cups, this is seeing eye to eye. It's a big love. It's emotional connection on a deep level. In your 6th house of day-to-day service, day-to-day life, job, coworkers, that kind of thing is what makes me say that. It also could be, too, that if you're coupled, you are feeling your person, and good for you. And that is like a daily, it's nice. It's beyond flirtation. This is when you see that person and you're like, I need to see you forever. And maybe it's a phase if you're, entrenched in coupledom. Meaning if you've been with your partner a long time, it's a renewal and you're like, they all of a sudden look great again. Not that they look bad before, but I mean, that is very romantic. Conjunct Mercury. Oh, shit. 4 of Wands. Single people? Not single for long. I knew it. I felt it. I knew it. I am so proud of you guys. I am so proud of you guys. This is such great energy. I have read you and read you, and I feel what it's like to be you when I do this. And past readings is the heaviest, it's you've been feeling assailed, and it's been your own perception. And I've been telling you, this is bringing you to a better place, I promise. And I feel like it's finally starting for you guys. This is beautiful. This is big love. This is not a fling. I probably will pull an ace soon. That's usually how it goes. This is a marriage card. You could be meeting your next very permanent, stable partner. Osho. If you are already coupled, congratulations. You have the most romantic, amazing partnership I've seen in quite some time. So good. Good all around. In for the moon, how are you feeling? Sexy. I love it. This is you putting yourself out there. This is communication, okay? I mean, I know cards seem cartoonish and funny or whatever, but really what's going on here? What's going on in Six of Wands? What's going on when you're suggestive and those things? It's a communication. And you know why I think it's great? Because subconscious or not, that means you're feeling good in your body, in yourself. You're feeling comfortable enough to flirt and be out there. And somebody's bringing that out in you, and I dig it. Dig it, dig it. All right. So this is not a tense. Oppositions are not always tense. They don't have to be. So what's being illuminated is subconsciously you're like, oh, I'm a sexy beast. Come look at my sexy. You see? Like it's whatever you're going through in your day-to-day life is bringing you to a place where you're feeling beautiful, you're feeling magnetic, and you're drawing some awesome energy to you. Yay. Yay. Mars. What do we got here? Oh, no. It's action. Magician. You guys are on fire. This is going to be a great month for you. I knew it. This is manifestation. So either that's somebody coming at you going, hey, sexy. I noticed your booty in the air there, and I dig it. I like it. Can we talk about that some more? Get over here. A manifester. Or it's someone, well, obviously they're inspiring you to do that. Why is this one attention? If I had to guess, and it's purely a guess, it's a hunch. I'm not feeling it super strong, and we'll see. This is not somebody you would normally be attracted to. So say like you're attracted normally to some Scorpios. Scorpios like intense people a lot of the time. So say that's what you're into. Like you have, a giant past of these like intense catfight and, just intense partnerships. And that's what you've been attracted to. You get the opposite. You get the most stable, what appears to be boring person ever. And you're into it. But there's part of you that's like, Or a better example would be, let's say you're one of those people like, oh no, I can only be with a really intellectual person because I'm super smart and I want someone just like me. So I'm only going to date nerds and because I've decided that's better. And along comes a WWE wrestler, and you can't deny the attraction between you. It's like that. That's a way better example. Where you're like, what? I love it. What's the restriction? It's probably you. Mm-hmm. I love this for you. So Ace of Pentacles reverse. So what's the restriction? Either you don't want to be seen with this person, don't want to claim them. You want to be with them, but you want to claim them. Or you don't want marriage or whatever. Maybe you're free and you're like, I don't know about that. That's a little too solid or whatever. Somebody's not excited about the idea of picket fence land. But you are excited about this person. So if that's your only restriction, good. I love this. So whenever I pull on Pluto, and when I pull on Saturn, what I'm asking and feeling is, what in love is this person learning? Saturn is the teacher. He teaches through restriction, but a teacher nonetheless. And you are learning a new outlook on relationship. Is it picket fence or not picket fence? Both are valid. So the restriction is there's a disagreement somewhere about this, or because this feels new. I still haven't gotten an ace, but it still feels new. And so when I pull on Pluto, what I ask is, how is this person transforming? How is Pluto your ruler of transformation? through hardship and death and not fun times. How are you being transformed? And you got the, I never know which one this is. I know how the card, what it makes me feel. I just forget if it's Pentacles or Swords. It's Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed. But really in this deck, it's a card of control. You know, see? Drink the Kool-Aid, do it. It's delicious. You must. It has to be like this. And she's like, what? Why are you roofing me into your way? But it's reversed. You got it reversed. So this tells me that in the past, either you were very controlling, and you know, everybody, you don't got to take offense at that. Some people are just tightly wound, and for safety, to feel safe emotionally, they got to micromanage every fucking thing about their life. If that's the case, you're getting over it. Like, still don't have the love that I want, even through all this micromanaging. Perhaps I will try a different way. Or vice versa. You've been repeatedly controlled by relationships and you're letting go. This is like, you know, restrictive energy, and the rest of this is very free, very open, very manifesty. Love it. Venus in your 7th house. I am so happy for you about this. I do have a caution. I hope they're not married. I don't know what this caution is. 7 of Swords. What immediately came to mind for me, and I'm going to go with that because that's usually the right thing for me. After a period of time of not connecting sexually with someone, you are definitely connecting sexually with someone now. Oh, I love this card in this deck. And this is a couple, you know, they're just like, it's icy, it's cold. 7 of Swords in the other deck for me, a lot of times is deception, which made me go, I hope they're not married or taken. Let's see what Uranus has to say. Oh, yeah, suddenly, King of Wands, or Swords. A lot of times for me, this is like a man in uniform. It's like a officer or a fireman or connected to law, an attorney, that kind of thing. They're smart and principled. So I don't think they're coupled. I think you've had a dry spell. Or even if you were with somebody, not connected for real. You know what I mean? Going through the motions, but not connecting. If you are already coupled, again, wow. This is like a brand new day in your relationship and you can't get enough of your partner. So good. Energy is the same. Now, this is training Sun and Mercury over here in positive flow. I love it. You are following your intuition. You are in your power. This is magnificent. This is a great reading. In your power, a hung situation come to an end. And for, more than that for me, Hangman reversed is a period of time of spiritual contemplation. It is being hung up, but you're hung up on purpose because you're supposed to be introspective. You're supposed to be in your 12th house of really questioning in a spiritual way, in a prayerful way, however it is you do that. I do it when I dream. Right? That's just how I do it personally. Everybody's got their own process, but it feels like you have done some work on yourself, and I love it. And again, I will tell you until that North Node gets out of your 10th house, all of these lessons that you're learning is going to bring you career success in a roundabout way. And I know that sounds weird, but it will. All these communication lessons are going to bring you the love that you want, and it's going to bring you, I feel like, financial success. not just financial, but career. Respect and career, like you guys like. They're very big on respect. All right, let's clarify. Who the heck is this person? Is this a new person or somebody you know? With that Sun and Mercury. I love these cards. They're super slippery, so they come right out. Why is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the restriction? What's going on there? Who is not into conventional picket fence line? I don't know that I got to clarify much more. I'm going to pull one on this, make sure Devil Reverse, or Devil and Seven of Swords, make sure that's not a married person. Why is that there? Tell me a little more about this King of Swords. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? That's all I need. I have to put on my glasses for this deck because it's a difficult one to read. Because there's no words and it's not necessarily immediately evident, but it is one of my most intense decks and I wanted it for you and you're going to love what I do for the new moon. Okay, let's go back here. Tell me what I want to know. Tell me more about this person, this great love. And you got Knight of Cups reversed. Weird. Let me tune in a little bit here. Now, again, this deck reads much differently. In a different way. God, I hope the glare is not too bad. It feels very opposite of how I would normally read Knight of Cups. In this deck, if you look close, he is on a very inhospitable appearing spiny dragon. And it's a devil. It's on the upright. I don't necessarily love this card. Does that scream love offer to you? It doesn't to me. It screams, I'm here. Like a little softer. Somebody that is softening you up. This, and it also feels like a person capable of keeping up with your intensity, but not competing with it. You know what I mean? I like it. I do. I wanted to know more about this Devil and Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups reversed. Yes. This is a really great depiction of this card. Seven of Cups oftentimes can be a fantasy. It just depends on the deck. It just depends. Sometimes it's like, well, I could do that, I could do that. It's not focused. It's phantasmical, and you don't ever make a decision, right? You got it reversed. So this is you in reality. And even if you are, rejecting other options, that's really not how it's depicted here. It's depicted as fantasy. She's looking at her crystal ball and something that may or may not come. And I think this is real deal. I wanted to know more about this. Well, fuck, I thought I already got that. Oh, wait. Is that the knight or the page? It's the page. Right. I dig this guy. So King of Swords, like I said, man in uniform, principled, something like that. Feels like a work person. And they're giving you very sweet messages. The Page of Cups, and that feels like, they're smitten. They're smitten with you, telling you fun things and causing you to go, oh, what? What'd you say? What? No? Oh, tell me more. The restriction, I wanted to know more about. What's that all about? Okay, that's fair. Well, shit, I really like this. Now this, for the Knight of Wands, is a great depiction. Knight of Wands, okay, fire energy is impulsive, it's hot, it burns out. So that's why a lot of times when you look at readings and stuff, people say, oh no, it's a one night stand. It's not for keeps, because they do burn so hot, and especially knights. Now kings can own that energy a little better, but a knight, that's a little boy, like an early 20s guy. Not that who you're going to be with is that age, but think of the energy of that age. What do 21-year-old boys do? They go out and party and look for girls, okay? That's what they do. And they're in, they're out, they're in love, they're not in love, or, it's sporadic. So check it out. I love it in this card, because that's exactly what happens. They come in and you're like, who is that? And then they fly away. Right? With this energy, you got it in the reverse. And so what I wanted to know was, why is this a thing? Why don't you want stability? And it's telling me, because you're being cautious. You don't, and that's cool, man. I like it. I'm into it. I love this reading. I'm so happy for you. I really hate giving readings where, I don't hate it. I don't. I feel bad, because when you're in the middle of a cycle that is pounding into you a lesson, it can feel like the world is against you. And then you get read, and it's like, oh no, yeah, the world kind of is against you, but it's kind of for you. How do you explain that? And I try my best, and I hope it's helpful. This is awesome. It's everything. You can go back to the very first time I read you guys, and I've been saying it, and it's happening. These lessons that you're learning, this onslaught of you're not communicating right, you're not doing it right, you're coming off this way that was frustrating the fuck out of you, is making you relate in a different way. And I have said every reading, I know it. I stand by, I would, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm certain of it. You were so upset with all of these lessons, and I kept saying, don't sweat it, you guys. Don't sweat it, because these lessons are going to bring you what you truly want. Now, if you're coupled and not single, it's the same. It would be a period of stagnation, and for whatever reason, it's hot and sexy again. So good. Win, win, win. Maybe you learn to communicate differently in your everyday life, and it's segueing into your established relationship, and your partner is like super hot for it. Good. Good, good, good. It's all good. All right, let's switch to the new moon. I've already pre-shuffled a clarifying deck, and you're going to love it. It's the Good Tarot. Polar opposite of this intense tarot. I mean, it's like angelic. I think you'll like it. Okay, so let me rearrange what I need to rearrange real quick. So now we have the sun and moon coupled, yin and yang. That's why it's positive, usually. Sometimes I don't feel it that way. Okay, let's get rid of. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I thought I had this all. Story of my life. Thought I had this all figured out. Let me start there. Absolutely have Venus opposing now Jupiter in your house. So you're finally getting the goodness of Jupiter. I knew it would come. I knew it would come. So we got an opposition there. That's that red line. And then Venus is positively aspecting Mars and Pluto together in your house of communication. So Saturn's no longer involved. That's the one I'm trying to help people understand what I'm talking about. And I think visuals are important. And then, so we don't need that guy. And we don't need that guy. And we don't need that guy. Nope. And then we need, don't need him. We definitely need him. Okay. I think I got it. And then, yeah. Okay. I'm back. All right. I just don't have the time to stop it and restart it. I'm sorry. So that's what we're doing. All right. So I'm going to reshuffle the Tarot of Sexual Magic because it's my favorite love deck. I have a really filthy, dirty other one, and it's just too big. It makes me laugh. It cracks me up every time I read with it, and it's accurate and everything, but oh my god, it's like body. It's a Demarcan Tarot, if you ever want to look that up. And I'm sure I said that wrong, so. Okay, one more. So we're focused on this new moon in Aries, brand new day. New moon in Aries. This is a brand new day in your life. This one's going to be even better. I know it. Just see it. For the Scorpio rising. Feeling two more. Scorpio rising with this new moon in April. Gemini. I did Gemini's yesterday. Scorpio rising in love. Ah, there we go. That new moon. So happy to do a fun one. The last three I've done have been heavy, and that's okay. I don't mind it, but it's nice counterpart. All right. So now you can see over there at around 3 o'clock that red horn guy is Aries. Now, in this particular chart at this time, it's the 7th house because it's a Libra rising chart for that time of day. But for you, it's in your 6th house of day-to-day living. So the sun and the moon together. So we have the sun in Aries is action and illumination. It's sexy. Coupled with the moon here. Like two lovers, the yin and the yang. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The sudden unexpected part is no longer with Venus. It's with these two. What's the sudden unexpected thing in your daily life that is going to be sprung in your 6th house of day-to-day life in regards to, damn it, with the sun and the moon. There we go. Now Venus is firmly in your 7th house now. So this tells me that relationship evolved or didn't. We'll see. Venus in Taurus in that 7th house. She likes being in Taurus. It's her happy place, her happy home, in her power. Dig it. Venus in Taurus, 7th house. And then she is opposing that red line. That Jupiter in Scorpio is you. That's your 1st house. All about you. And like I've said, Jupiter has blessings. Jupiter brings you luck in life. It sets the stage and brings you really positive things. Not all the time and all at once. But by the time that transit goes into your 2nd house, your life will be different. It will. And it should already be different because he's been there for a minute. All right, Mars in your 3rd house still. In a later degree, meaning a little more maturity. Not that there was a bad vibe to begin with. Coupled with Now, for any other sign, I'd be like, oh, but for you, you're at home because this is your ruler. And in ancient astrology, Mars was your ruler as well. And they're conjunct, and they are in positive flow with that Jupiter in your first house. This is all good energy. So even if this reading is not good, it's leading you somewhere good. That much I know. We'll put that guy there. Okay. Sun in Aries with this new moon. What's the new things it's going to bring you? Interesting. Well. Two things are, my immediate first hit is you're getting over past hurts of being cheated on and having this fiery, because you got him again. It's that one with the dragon and fire breathing dragon, and it was reversed because you didn't want that impulsivity. You still don't. The Lovers, which is a choice. Is this Cups or Pentacles? I can never remember. Pentacles. I know what this card means to me. This is big love, but it's reversed. So either there's great potential here for fiery big love and you're afraid, or you've been very hurt in the past and you're going to have to make a decision to move past that pain and choose love. The Moon. The Hierophant. Interesting. So this could actually be the person. It could be a very conventional person on the surface. This is also convention and institutions and rules. They could be a teacher, but it's your moon. It's the moon in Aries. So maybe they could make you feel safe, or they could feel too safe. Something like that. What's the sudden unexpected thing? Oh. Full reversed. I think this is your own caution surprising you. This is one of two things. Like I said, either you got really hurt in the past and you want to take your time and do shit right, and that's why the Hierophant's here. And the Fool reversed. Like, I'm not going to be no fool like I've been in the past. I'm taking this slow and easy and correctly. That's my biggest vibe. Or, I'm right. You are like, oh no. I don't know. My vision was always somebody who, because this guy's important in established institutions. I really wanted to be with somebody more successful. I don't know if I'm gonna, but then why would it be a surprise that whatever, or it could truly be what I saw before, that you're starting to see that the person is gonna want something much more stable from you, and you're not sure about that. Let's see what Venus has to say in your house of partnership. That is definitely what's on the menu here. Some sort of conflict, push me, pull you between what you normally would want and what you got. Being very attracted to something you're not used to being attracted to and shying away, but you can't help it. So it feels like a fun flirtation that starts and you're super excited about it, and then you realize they're divorced with 4 kids, and you're like, oh, I don't know about that. That's not what this says. I'm just saying that's the vibe of it. Like, dig you, but do I dig you that much? You do dig them that much. So this is going to come in a package that you're not so sure about. And that's okay. Ain't no problem with that. Looking over here at Jupiter in Scorpio in your first house. Okay. Wow. It's kind of giving you advice. Or you're just looking for a good time. You're like, you know what? I'm not looking for some long-term fucking, consume me type of thing. No, thank you. I've already had that. Do you see what I mean? Like it's some variation of that. I was married for 30 years. No, thank you. No, thank you. I do not want to be saddled with that all over again. And no, I don't want that. Or they're saying that. Or you very much want convention and all of that stuff, and they're not offering it. I think it's all true for several of you. Some of it's true. Some of you are attracted to some, okay, probably 3 different things are going on here. I am having a hard time seeing how this ties into coupledom in either reading. This is fresh, new energy. So I guess, I would say the same thing. After a period of stagnation, just waking up and your marriage is stronger. You see? Why? It doesn't say, which is fine. And you're cautiously revisiting your own relationship like that. For others of you, you're attracted to somebody you never thought you would be attracted to. And you were just in it for fun. You're just looking for a good time. But the attraction's undeniable, that this isn't just for fun. There's genuine caring here. I think you are the one looking for the fun and scared of what's happening here. Also, too, it could be the other thing I said. You start falling for this person and you learn more about them and their life situation, and you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Dig you, but not up for, being a step parent to 4 kids. Like that. I care about you, but I'm not going turbo on this for that reason. There's something making you go, Now, this Mars-Pluto is in positive flow to the Venus and Jupiter. Nothing's aspecting this moon. It's too light. It's too wide for me. I don't read orbs that long. So that faint line, I'm not doing that. All right. Very nice. It's my opinion. Take it or leave it. You can't walk away from this stuff. Doesn't mean you got to keep them forever, but there is something here for you. This is great love. You got it in both readings. You saw me shuffle. You're holding back, or they're holding back, or both. Don't diminish this. This is a big deal. It's in your house of partnership, and you got the 4 of Wands before. Don't look at this. Let's take the example they got 4 kids, or some life circumstance that you're like, oh, dig you, but not your circumstance. Let's keep it light and frisky, is what this is saying. This is DTF. This is what this is. And there's nothing wrong with that if both people are on board. This, however, is great love. Turn your back on great love, you're turning your back on yourself. Because it's a mirror. I see you, you see me. And fuck, what more do you want? Who cares? Circumstances change all the time. Who cares if they're not your normal cup of tea? Good. Weren't you tired of that old tea? Right? And they clearly are doing it for you. This is a very intense. So it feels like the fuddy-duddy from the past. I don't feel like you're with that person anymore. And this is a new thing. Even though I got the ace upside down, it still feels new. It just does. And here's why. Mars in positive flow to that Venus over there with this couple. You guys, this is the jackpot. Do you know how many people I read for who agonize? And I mean fucking agonize. Take away the sexual component of this card. It's an emotional card. This is emotionally being understood and understanding another. Number one, that's super rare, right? I mean, it just is. How many people do you truly click with on that level? Like, I get you. And when your cup is low, I'm going to give you some from mine. And I know you're going to do the same because I get you. This is getting someone on a very deep level, all right? Yes, it's sexy, but it's loving. It's a different vibe. Now, in positive flow, so this is Venus. This is the love, how we give and receive love. Now, Mars is our sexual drive. Do you know how many people I read that have this? Nothing I wouldn't do for you, but don't have chemistry and can't find it. And you can connect all you want in a relationship. But if you don't have the heat behind this, you're very fond friends is what you are. Okay? You have to have that spark in there. Or how many people I read that have an incredible spark with somebody. It's like, good God, what will I not do with this person or them with me? I mean, we're so sexually compatible. It's insane. But they're the stupidest person I've ever met, and I can't have nothing in common with them. And they're mean or otherwise, whatever. That's usually what I'm dealing with, one or the other. To get both is rare and a blessing. Doesn't mean it's forever. Doesn't mean you're going to keep this person forever. It could, but I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is when you find somebody with this level of emotional compatibility, and this is Mars. This is the very definition of Mars. Take me. That is heat, baby. That is heat, sexual compatibility, and heat. And for Pluto in this one, how you're transforming is the Nine of Wands. This is two people coming together going, God damn, it's hard out there. Thank God I found you. Come sit here. I'm battle weary. Are you battle weary? Let's take comfort in each other. Comfort. Heat. And emotional compatibility. So I can only surmise that your issue with this person is maybe they're not as smart as you think they need to be. Whatever. I guess. If you want to turn your back on that, that would be a mistake. I'm telling you right now. I'm yelling at you. It's true. And because that would be a mistake. This is a beautiful, beautiful love reading. And if you treat it like a hookup, you will regret it. I promise you. Let's see what my magical, beautiful, lovely cards say. In the good tarot, it's all good. It's a very lovely deck. I tend to use it for Taurus and Cancer. I don't know why. I just do. I like it. Because they're so soft and dreamy. I want to know what your issue is in the sun. What is the choice? What is your issue? What's going on here? Or it could be their issue. Maybe this is your reading. This is your issue. The sun, clarify the sun in Aries. Because it's contrary to the Aries energy. This, no, I don't want to. I can't be that vulnerable. Who knows what will happen? I might get hurt again or whatever. Yes, you can. You guys are the strongest, most intense sign in the zodiac. Give me a break. You can totally take it if it doesn't work out. And I'm not saying it won't work out. I'm just saying if that's your fear, come on. You've been through way worse. There it was. That was Moon. Ugh. Oh my God, I need to stretch. For the Hierophant, I just want one more because it's so beautiful. Venus and Taurus. Why? These cards are gigantic. Why? The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The rest is very clear. I don't need to clarify. Sun. So what I asked it was, what's your issue? You got to make a choice in love. You got the hot, you got the sexy, you got whatever. What's your issue? 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles. You are hurt. You're afraid. 5 of Pentacles is the one in most decks where they're outside the church and they're breathing cold. They're left out in the cold. Felt abandoned. It's very hurtful energy. You're afraid. That's where the choice comes in. And it's telling you, this deck is so pretty. I, honest to God, can barely see what is going on in this card. Sorrow. You've experienced a lot of sorrow in love. Look at her. It's a woman. Look at it for a second and then you'll get it. If I can. So the top, yeah, just look and you'll see, you'll make her out. She's got like a crown of, I do not understand why in the hell. There we go. So she's looking down with a crown of leaves on her head. She's like super sad and despondent. And you're afraid. You're afraid. I'm super glad to see that's what it is. It's okay to be afraid. Acknowledge it. That's how you deal with this shit. I'm afraid. Doesn't mean I should do anything about it whatsoever. Other than acknowledge that I've been super hurt in the past and now I have an amazing opportunity. It might last a week. It might last the rest of my life. I don't know. But I'm not going to let past hurts dictate my happiness in this amazingness, all right? That's exactly what's happened. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I think you were with someone before, if not married to someone before, who hurt you very much, cheated on you, probably left you, or you felt abandoned. Maybe you had to leave them because they were so fucking horrible, which is a favorite tactic of people who are behaving badly. I'm just going to be unbearable in every way whatsoever to leave you no choice but to leave me because I don't want to be the one. That's what it feels like. Either way, you were the one who hurt and felt incredibly betrayed. So see, this is the one where in traditional tarot, he's got 10 swords in his back and it's like super dramatic. They use feathers in this deck. Think of it that way. It's temporary. You don't, that's in the past. You don't have to let it hurt you the rest of your life. This could also be a partner that really put you down and made you feel not good enough. Very cold. But with the moon, so that's your conflict. 3 of Pentacles. You're willing to work on it. Good. Yay! You're like, wow, fine. I guess I can learn a new way. Page of Swords reversed. Page of Swords reversed. It's in keeping with that Knight of Pentacles reversed. Be real careful of how you're presenting yourself. This person's very into you. You're very into them. But if you, I'm telling you, this is for you. This is what this stuff is for. Certainly delight in the sexy. Definitely. It's a big component of it. By all means. But do not treat this person like a hookup. Don't treat them like they're beneath you. Or you're gonna, this is a little shitty, and this is in your house. And you keep doing that, they'll move along. And you will regret it. I don't see that happening. But you got it twice now. Like, oh, I thought we were jiving. Why are you... This is you playing games a little bit. Like, you know what? I'm not going to call them back. I'm not going to do this or whatever, because I did that last time and I got fucked. And I'm not doing it. Careful. Don't be in your own way, because this is amazing. So that's the cautionary advice, okay? It's a beautiful reading. Beautiful. Fear not. Dive in. Be yourself. This person's very into you. I think it catches you by surprise. And you're caught off guard is what's going on here. And you're like, oh, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, you are. You are going to do it. And good for you. If you are married, or I always say married because every time I say Hierophant or whatever, it's married. When I say married, what I mean is a committed partnership, okay? I'm aware a lot of people don't get married anymore. If you're in an established thing like that, this is a rough patch where you were very disconnected, you've now reconnected, and you don't trust it. Same thing. Be careful. We only have today, you guys. We only, really, it's the Buddhist teaching and it's reality. We have right now. Tomorrow has not yet happened, and the past has already gone. The more we can let go of those things, incorporate the lessons from the past, whatever it was that hurt you so much. You don't look at outside things and go, oh, I'm going to protect myself from all of that, because you were 50% of that equation. Look at yourself, adjust yourself, and move on to new experiences, and don't let it rule your life. And the more you can let go with like loving detachment of past things, like, yeah, that happened. And today's a new day. Today's a new day. I'm not going to get into it, but I say that every single day. I work with people who struggle immensely and behave badly a lot. And they're always embarrassed when that happens. And I tell them the same thing every time. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, miss. I'm so sorry I did that. And I'm like, you know what? It's a new day. It's already forgotten. Why? Because it is. What difference does it make now? Am I going to take personally what had nothing to do with me? When people hurt you to this degree, it says a lot more about them when they can stick 10 swords in your back than it says about you. So why are you going to let that person dictate your life? Fuck that guy. It's one of my favorite. Fuck that guy or girl. You know what I'm saying? No. It's your life. Don't give him that power, okay? Because you got to really... This is delightful energy, I promise. Like I said, is this your forever person? I think it has the potential to be.